Big day, big working day. I've got a private session at 8. I have a group class at 9. Then I have to go teach in person. I have a class at 12:15 and then at 1 o'clock. Right now there's nobody signed up for my 1 o'clock class, so I might not have to teach it. But that's the plan. I have to do probably 4 loads of laundry. I have to wash my hair, and then we're getting on a plane at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, so for vacation, and then I'll be less stressed and emotional. Drinking my coffee. I need to move my reformer back into its rightful spot so I can do my classes, and then we'll be good to go. I need to write down all the things I need to do today to make sure that I get them done. The 2 biggest things is that I need to film classes. I have to film 2 reformer classes. Okay, 2 reformer classes. I'd like to get some reels scheduled for when I'm gone. This is gonna be too much to fit into a day. I need to do a Mark's Makes video. I need to pack, laundry, wash hair. I need to wash my hair. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to hit the ground running. Like seriously, like look at my Saturday. It's kind of packed for my little box that I gave Saturday. No, I should have done a lot of this work yesterday, but I don't know what I was doing. No. Yes. Envious. My 8 a.m. client canceled, which is totally fine. Sometimes on a Saturday morning, it's nice to have a little bit of time before class, but I love her nonetheless. So actually my day became less busy, and I actually don't have anyone signed up for my 1 p.m. class in studio. So we'll see as the day goes on if people sign up for that. But if they don't, again, time back in my day. I'm just gonna set up here, gonna put my tripod away. I've been using my walking pad much more recently in the last week because I feel like I've been editing a lot more video. Obviously because of the vlogs, it's like so much more for me to edit. Anyway, I've been walking a lot more on my walking pad just because I feel like it helps me to get things done and stay focused, which I like, but I just, I don't move it from underneath my desk, so I'm not really able to use my desk chair right now. Then I need to turn on my lights. I need to get my playlist going. I made a new playlist yesterday for classes in person, and it's like a vibey, funky playlist, so I really like it. I have like 10 sweatshirts stacked on my chair that you can just see out of the corner of your eye. We'll start in a seated position, whatever that is for you, cross-legged, legs out in front of you. You can sit in a long butterfly. All options are good options. Ready, you'll exhale, come on up through center, and then inhale, we're gonna go up and over again, this time coming down to your right forearm. Okay, and with your last one, you push your left leg back. The next time that you lift your hips up, I want you to hold right there at the top. Good, hips come back up through center, and now we're gonna lower down about halfway, so right about here, and then big exhale, press back up. It'll be a little bit fast.
Hello, this is VoiceOver Margaret. This is the studio that I teach at in St. Louis. I would love to have you in class. We're gonna take our hands onto the platform, knees back on the carriage. Push the carriage back, and then from here, bend your knees. You're going to bring your knees so they come back down onto the carriage. You're ready. From right here, we're going to stay on our light spring. Inhale as you reach out towards the tower. You lean into it. You're gonna come all the way up to seated. And 1, reach that bar forward, and then come all the way up. And either, so just do what's gonna work. Exhale, bring it right back up. Standing into that spring, we're standing into the strap. You can flex your foot, trying to keep the left leg level. You'll inhale as you slide the left leg forward. I cannot believe it took me this long to get this vlog together. This is the Airbnb that we stayed at in San Diego. It's called the Dutra. This is room A. It was so awesome, right in downtown San Diego, around Little Italy. If you can stay there, or you're going to San Diego and looking for a place to stay here. The view was amazing. It was a little bit noisy, but it was so beautiful. It made it all worth it. And then we saw Taylor Tomlinson. It was amazing. I'm going to move the legs so they come into a mermaid position. Let's start with the left leg in front, right leg out by your side. Good. Knees come in. You can bring the carriage all the way in, letting the spring close. And really just make sure you're pressing down with the heel. You're trying to keep the hips stacked as best as possible. That last one, you're going to lower your left leg down and then bend your knees, feet about hips distance apart. Last one, you're going to keep the lower body where it's at, walk your hands up, and then bring yourself up into a tall kneeling position. Okay, we're going to stay in this side kneel. Just reach the hands in front of you so you come back into that position that we started started. From here, we're pressing into the front of the hips. Think about tucking your tailbone under, what we always talk about. It's going to feel a little different here because now we have different feedback points with our front body on the mat. Both of your heels down, and then start to walk your hands in towards your feet. Foot steps back out to hips distance. Our weight is centered. Whichever side you land on, you're going to stand onto that leg, lifting the opposite knee up. Arms come through center. You can take both feet down, just walk them out a little bit wider. With that last one, you're gonna grab a hold of the ball, just take it and put it off to the side. We'll get back to it in a moment. With that last one, let's kick the leg up towards the ceiling. You can maintain a little bit of a bend into the knee. You just slide the legs up, maybe walk your feet out a little bit more.
I am getting ready to go to the studio and teach. Oh, I forgot that I started the dishwasher. I was like, is it raining outside, or like, am I gonna have a wet walk to the studio? But yeah, I'm prepping to go walk to the studio. I'm prepping to go teach in person. I have 3 classes tonight. One is a 30-minute intro class, and then I have 2 50-minute classes as well. Typically the Tuesday night classes, they have like a children's dance class that goes on at the same time. So usually it's like dance parents that come, but this week is an off week of dance class. So we have some people, but I don't know how many people will actually stick, because you know, if you're not bringing your kid to dance class, would you still come to Pilates? I don't know, I would still go, but I need to fill up my water before I go because I feel horrible doing it at the studio because they have just like a little cooler. So here we are filling up my water bottle. What time is it? Like 3:36. The last class that I'm teaching tonight is at 6:45, which means I'll get home like just before 8, which is not my ideal time to be getting home, but it, you know, it just kind of is what it is. I should have cooked this beforehand, but I have some chicken tenders marinating in the fridge that I will have to cook when I get home. 8 o'clock. Not my ideal time to be awake, so I don't love that, but it is just what we're working with. So I'll come home, I will put all those chicken tenders in the oven. I'll have chicken tenders for myself, and I found an everything Caesar salad that I really like, a bag salad mix at Schnucks that I like. I'll be honest, the produce at the grocery store by us is like not that good. But I did find a bag salad mix that I like. I feel like in the summer, I'm much more inclined to eat bag salad mixes than I am to like grill or bake a vegetable. And honestly, eating vegetables and like eating healthy is the hardest thing for me. So I have to find things that I like and that are consistently easy for me to just eat, or else I would be happy eating pizza every day. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just like for health reasons, I would love to eat a vegetable at least once a day. Some days it's easier than others. Okay, onwards. I should probably wash my face because I haven't done that today. Also should really put on sunscreen because again, haven't done that today because I have not left the house. Face washing time. Okay, I have to say after going on vacation, I feel like 1,000 times better. And also after a week of being like teaching in person, I feel a lot better. I think obviously you guys know, like I was feeling some kind of way in the last vlog. Like I think I was just kind of anxious. I was feeling a little bit lost. I was feeling a little bit depressed, but I'm feeling much better now. I think just like having the human connection and feeling like I have a place to go and like I have a purpose, like I'm feeling kind of that way. So I'm really glad that I decided to take a job in person because it really feels good. And sometimes I feel like I'm just like interacting with robots on the internet, so it's good for me to have like true person-to-person time. I also would like to get back into my vlogs again. I'm just like figuring out a new schedule for myself, so it's like, okay, when do I have time and energy to dedicate to editing a video? Do I have time to do that 3 times a week? Probably. I just need to figure out like what that's gonna look like, because I do really like vlogging. I like being able to connect with you guys on this level, and it's just like, honestly, it's just kind of fun. Plus we're getting super close to 100,000 subscribers, so I feel like I need to continue to pump out the video content. Like if I stop, it's just like, well
why stop when we've already made it so far? And now that we've been in our house for like 6 weeks, I finally feel like I'm ready to get back into like a normal like workout routine and all of that. So last week was our first week back from vacation, and I feel like I hit the ground running, which I would never suggest to anybody. Like it's not a smart way to come back from vacation. It's truly a way to burn yourself out and crash and burn. But I think for me, I just like, I don't know, I just like felt like it was gonna be the right move. I went for it and everything ended up okay. I just kind of like jumped right back into a routine. I got a lot done last Monday. Yeah, last week felt good. I did kind of tweak my back a little bit, which I didn't love, but it seems to have resolved itself. Things have been good. We're like week 2 into getting back into a normal routine. I am feeling good. I am going back to my routine of like doing a morning workout before I get anything else done. And I think I always feel self-conscious, I guess, about that, like when I share that, because people are always like, well, aren't you a Pilates instructor? Like, aren't you exercising all day? Like, do you really need to do your own workout? And the answer is yes. Like, I know you guys have seen me teach a class. Like, I am not doing the workout with you the whole time. That would be so unsustainable for me, and that's how I would get a lot of injuries. So yeah, I do need to work out for myself in the morning, and that allows me to show up as the best version of myself throughout the day. It gives me energy. Just makes me feel good, like the same way Pilates makes you guys feel good. It also makes me feel good. I'm entering my 2nd week of like truly getting back into a routine, and I feel like so many of us when we go on vacation, like we try and come back and hit the ground running and like rehaul our whole routine. And I low-key feel like I kind of did that, but not on purpose and not in like a destructive way. I wasn't like, I'm gonna completely overhaul my routine because I feel so bad about everything I did on vacation. Like, I don't feel that way. I feel so good about everything we did on vacation. Like, we were so active. I just think like because we went on vacation pretty much right after we moved into the house, like I felt so out of sorts coming back that I'm just trying to get into a routine at all. Also, our lights flicker a lot. So that is that. I just put some sunscreen on my arms. I'm gonna probably put some more sunscreen on. The 3 p.m. sun is not messing around. Okay, and then we're in week 2 of like officially being on a teaching schedule. So that is super exciting. And I think like so many people are super skeptical of me and what I do and what I know. So having a fun time just whooping people's asses. No, just joking, I'm not doing that. You guys know me, I have a teaching style that it's like, I want you to keep moving while I continue to talk you through different options. For some people are totally into that, and some of these people love it. Some of these people are like, whoa, I want to do 4 reps and that's all. And that's fine, that's totally fine. Anyway, I am really liking the studio, I'm liking the people, I'm having a good time. So I think this is like the positive change that I needed to be able to feel like myself again and like be a little bit more in control of what I'm doing, I guess. Like, I love teaching online, but I think for me the healthiest thing for me to do is a combination of both. I am gonna put maybe some of my jewelry on, but not all of it. I have been pretty diligent about linking the outfits that I wear, linking products and jewelry, accessories, like everything like that on my LTK. So if you ever have any questions about what I'm wearing or what activewear I like, everything is linked there. I typically wear the same outfits just like on repeat because I don't like to be wasteful when it comes to activewear. I don't see a point in having like 1,000 leggings if I only wear the same 4. So I truly don't have that much variety in my clothes, but I like it that way. So I have been linking all of those things if you have any interest in that. That's always linked in the description. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have put my rings on. I need to put lotion on my legs because they are looking crusty. I'm so bad at consistently moisturizing, so I'm just trying to meet myself where I'm at on this. Okay, I just got to the studio. It's gonna be really echoey. If you are in the St. Louis area at all, I teach at Studio Ivanhoe. I'm on the schedule Tuesday nights, Wednesday mornings, and Saturdays. So if you're like anywhere in the vicinity, I'd love to see you. I'm going to have to flip one of these towers back into reformer, and then I am going to figure out what I'm gonna teach today, and then we'll be good. Okay, I'm back at home now. It's like, I don't know, 8:15, and I'm just now realizing I probably should have like pan fried these chicken tenders because Our oven takes a long time to heat up, and pan frying probably would have been like much quicker. So welcome to Margaret's realistic guide to making dinner. I hate cooking. The really funny thing is that we got new cookware when we moved into this house because our old cookware was so bad. Tyler bought it like a cook set at Target, which is fine. That's fine if that's the cookware that you have. But ours was like, I think we were probably eating like the non-stick, like Teflon or whatever's in non-stick pans. So we got new cookware. I think I've used it like twice. That's how much I don't like cooking and how much I go out of my way to avoid it. Here we go. I have skinless, boneless chicken tendies and this marinade that I got at the store. It's Lowry's Signature Steakhouse. Super easy. I just get a Ziploc bag and I put the tendies in there. And then I put the marinade in there and I let it sit for however long I want to. And then I'm sparing you from having to look at raw meat because I don't like it either. And then anyway, what you do is just, you know, you put it into a pan. I have like a glass dish, and you know, you just kind of put it in the pan, spread everything out. I read somewhere one time that your stuff shouldn't be touching, so I try to do that. But this store by us, like, you can really only get chicken tendies in like 1 pound or more quantities. So this is like 1.5 pounds of chicken tendies. It makes a lot. You know, you just put it in the pan. And then, I don't know, I'm gonna put these in the oven at 400 for like, I don't know, 25 minutes. And this is gonna force me to do something I don't like to do, which is eat dinner super late, because then I get heartburn and I can't sleep. This happened the other night. There's this pizza place by us that I really love, and Tyler loves it too, Cecil Whitaker's. If you've ever been in St. Louis, you maybe know it. But I have found a new like favorite combo of pizza. It's pineapple and jalapeno. It's so good, but oh my God, it gives me heartburn, and it also just is not, because of the jalapeno, like, it doesn't feel so nice coming out of my body. I don't know how to say that without being too graphic, but it gives me heartburn, like really bad, but I just love it. You know, you ever have those food combinations where it's like, it kind of physically hurts you, but you love it so much that you just can't stop? That's what it's like for me in this jalapeno pineapple pizza. While that's going, I probably don't need to like prep this, but I'm gonna make my bag salad and let it sit in the fridge so it can kind of marinate, in the salad dressing. I got this stacking bowl set at Target when we were, I think, still living in Colorado, and this is the best thing that I've ever bought, ever. It's so great. Now here is the everything Caesar salad bag mix. It's by Dole. Typically, I feel like Dole's produce is meh. I love a bagged salad. Absolute easiest way to eat vegetables. I don't know. Like I said, I've been struggling with like eating healthy, and if presented with the option, I would eat Chick-fil-A every single day. And not that I think there's necessarily anything wrong with that, but like, I'm not eating a salad from Chick-fil-A. And I notice for me that if I don't eat vegetables, like, I don't know, once a day, that I can't poop. So for me, it's more of a like digestive health thing, or digestive regularity for me to be eating vegetables, than it is like a want to be eating vegetables, you know? Because I genuinely, you guys, I hate cooking. I wish that I was like in my wifey era and cooking and cleaning, but like Cardi B says in WAP, I don't cook, I don't clean. And I'm not even gonna tell you how I got this ring. Just kidding. I don't cook, I don't clean, but Tyler cleans. Tyler does not cook either. So one of us has to take one for the team, and usually that one is me, because Tyler's happy eating frozen pizzas every single day of his life. He has no worries in the world. Actually, I also need to prep my breakfast for tomorrow. I've been doing overnight oats with cottage cheese. So original, I know. Cottage cheese is like really hitting a big trend right now, but I have been enjoying it. I like it. And let me mix this before I try and talk over it. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is prep my overnight oats. And I am gonna do that with cottage cheese, almond milk, and and my NutriBullet. Also, I actively try to not share like what I eat and what, I try to not share what I eat because I don't want anyone to ever be like, oh my God, Margaret's eating this, I have to eat it so I can look like her. I never want anyone to think that. I don't necessarily think that any of you think that, but I know that I used to think that way when I was big into watching YouTubers like Sarah's Day. But I try actively not to just like share what I'm eating or share recipes. Like I'm happy to like talk to you guys while I'm prepping food because I think that's fun. And like, you know, like you guys, I'm also nosy and I want to know what other people are eating too. But just like for the sake of everyone's mental health, we're just not going to. Welcome to my cooking show. Today we're making overnight oats with cottage cheese because I had to hop on the cottage cheese train because, I don't know, I did. I used to eat, for breakfast, I was eating like these egg bites by Jimmy Dean that I would get at the grocery store, and they were super good, but they were like $10 per box, and I only get 3 days worth of egg bites in them. So for the sake of our grocery bill, I decided to find a new breakfast. And I use cottage cheese, not necessarily because I like love the taste, but because when I with not eating the egg bites, like the egg bites were a pretty good source of protein, so I wanted to replace that with still like a relatively good source of protein. Would I have added cottage cheese to anything if it weren't like currently trending all over the internet? No, I probably wouldn't have thought about it, but I don't know, I do think it makes things, I don't know, it makes things taste kind of sour. Like I feel like cottage cheese is almost like curdled milk. Actually, I think that actually might be exactly what it is. I like the taste of it. It's not something I'm eating just because like, I'm into protein. Like it does taste good. I do enjoy it. Something about me that you should know is that I find something I like and I will eat it until the end of time. But I also kind of go through cycles with what I eat. Like I just came out of like a pretty big salad cycle. That now I'm back into my wraps and sandwiches like for lunch. Breakfast usually stays pretty much the same no matter what, just because it's easy. And then dinner, I won't do anything that's requires any effort. So anyway, I blend the cottage cheese in my NutriBullet because, you know, I've had the overnight oats with the cottage cheese texture and it just wasn't my favorite. Like it was a little too lumpy. But I did put oats in it, so the texture ultimately does end up being lumpy, which I don't mind. But what I learned for me is that too lumpy, I don't enjoy. I'll say this too, like I use measuring cups not as a way to like restrict myself in what I'm eating, but I use measuring cups especially here to make sure that I'm getting the appropriate amount of liquid to dry things, or else this recipe would be screwed. Anyway, and then what I do with this, I used to have overnight oats all the time, but I think I would put a scoop of protein in them. So that's the big difference here. I could put protein in this, but the only protein powder that we have is one that Tyler got sent from one of his clients, and it's like a protein and greens powder. It's kind of nasty. I'm not into greens powder. Are any of you into greens powder? I feel like that's like almost sacrilege as a Pilates instructor or like a fitness person online to not be into greens powder. I feel like it doesn't really do anything, so I'm not gonna make myself drink it. But I feel like some people swear by it. I don't. That's something you'll never see in a vlog, greens powder. Congratulations, you have made it to the end of this vlog. I cannot believe it. I'm so sorry it took me over a month to put these vlog clips together. I promise I'm going to get back into vlogging. I will be better about it. I just had to take a second to figure out what my new routine was. Plus, we did a reformer challenge in June in the virtual studio, and it just like quite literally kicked my butt, and I was so tired all of the time. But I will be vlogging more, I promise. I've slotted that into my schedule. If you made it this far, remember you're awesome and you can do anything you put your mind to, and I will see you back here for our next video.